close when I think of you. Open doors inside my head. Rooms that said that I was said. I'm true, I'm true.
What's up, you guys? So in this video I'm going to be showing you how I turned this ugly, dusty, crusty bridal chucky doll into a full bad bitch. If you want to know how I did it, stay tuned. So first things first, I'm taking off all her clothes, making sure she's completely stripped down. After that, I'm tying her hair up in a ponytail and chopping it all off until she looks like she's ready to speak to the manager. Then after that, I'm getting my scissors, heating up the tip with a lighter till it gets really hot, melting a hole in her head, and then once the hole is in her head, I'm cutting out a flap out of her head so it's like a lid. It doesn't make sense, but in the next clip I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So this is how my flap looks. It looks like a lid, and I can move it up and down whenever. And then after that, I'm going to be removing the hairs one by one. It takes a long ass time. It takes about 40 minutes, but it's worth it. So yeah. So now that the lid is made and the hair is all gone, now it's time to start melting her eyes out of her head. So first I got my scissors again, heated up the tip till it got really hot with my lighter, and then just continued to gouge her eyes out until there was nothing left. Just repeat until it was all gone. Then I used a nail filer to perfect the edges, but it didn't really work. So I don't know if anybody wants to do this, but I didn't really like it. You can, but you don't have to. It's up to you. So this is the final look. This is how she ended up looking. This is the eye shape that I went for. I even used a blade to perfect the edges of her eyes, but you don't have to do this because Clay's gonna go over it anyway. So now it's time to remove the makeup. I have this acrylic nail liquid that you put in the acrylic powder, and I didn't know that it worked, but I tried it and it ended up working. So if you have this, you can use this, or you can use full acetone. So now after all that, at the end of it all, she ended up looking like this. No makeup, no clothes, no hair, eyes cut out, lid on top of her head. And then I also tried out some tester eyes, but I'm not going to be using these because they're way too dark and they don't look right. But this is just an idea. For this doll, I will be using epoxy clay. And now it's finally time to sculpt. So I chose to start her brow bone, forehead, and then slowly move down to the nose because I feel like this is a very important feature on her face. But you can start wherever, it doesn't matter. I just chose to start here. So after the first layer of clay, she looks so bad, but it's okay because I'm gonna fix her. Ready to see how terrible she looks? She looks so ugly. She looks so bad, but I'm gonna fix her. Don't worry. I also tried out some more tester eyes. These ones are light blue. I won't be using these. These are just for an example. Adding more definition to her cheekbones because I feel like her cheeks weren't big enough. I just feel like there was a lot of stuff missing to her face. You can gradually see a difference. She looks way smoother than how she did before, and her nose looks smoother, her cheeks look more defined, and yeah, she's coming together. Damn, what a glow up. Do you see that difference? I know you see that. Do you see the difference? Such a glow up. I'm using acrylic paint, by the way. Alright, so the first attempt at doing her makeup was a complete fail. It looked terrible. Her eyebrows were trash. So I started fixing it up, and then it started looking a little better, but there was still something bothering me about her face. I don't know what it was, but I didn't like the way she looked. So then I got this blonde wig, cut it up, glued it down until it made a whole head of hair, fixed her makeup some more, and she was looking on point, but there was something still bothering me. I don't know what it was, but it was still bothering me. By the way, just so you guys know, for the eyeballs, I used these really realistic acrylic eyeballs, which they're meltable, so the top and the bottom are melted. Then I shoved them in her eye sockets and then patted it down with clay so it doesn't fall out. I don't know how to explain it, but if that makes sense, yeah. So I finally figured out what was bothering me. Her bottom lashes were too long, her nose was too wide and fat, her lips were crooked, and her leggings were ugly. So I'm gonna show you how I fixed all that. Okay, so first things first, her legs came white as paper. That doesn't make sense because that's not her skin tone. She actually has a nude color to her. So I put beige skin tone nylons on, super glued them down, and then I put spiderweb nylons over it to make it look like she has nude skin wearing spiderweb nylons. So this is how her jacket had looked before I fixed it, and this is after, what it looked like after I cropped it, trimmed it, fixed the collar, and folded up the sleeves. I wanted her to have a glossy shine, so this is a spray that I'm using. So after readjusting her nose, her lips, fixing her tights, trimming her bottom lashes, glossing her up, this is the ending final result. Okay, so this is the finished product. Tell me what you think, what I could do better, who should I make next, blah blah blah, all that stuff. Comment, like, subscribe, and if you do, thank you so much. Also, thank you so much for watching this video. It is highly appreciated. Also, if you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. Okay, bye.